open up my heart and let you
Session 3 of New Beginnings, and the ones I want to look at today is the story of Lazarus. Lazarus was raised from the dead by Jesus because it's a story, or it is a picture of what is to come in Jesus. Lazarus became ill and his sisters sent the news that he was ill. But instead of going straight away, Jesus delayed for 2 days. So by the time he got to Bethany where they lived, Lazarus had been dead and buried for 4 days. Now the 4 days was important because a Hebrew belief was that a person's spirit hung around their body for 3 days. So if Jesus had healed or raised Lazarus within the 3 days, people would have just said, oh well, you know, his spirit was still there and yeah, it wasn't such a miracle. But 4 days, no, his spirit was completely gone. And so Jesus was demonstrating that he had the power over life and death. And this was important to his followers because he's about to face his own death. And he wants people to realise that the power of death is not in the hands of the Jewish leaders or the Roman authorities. It was in his own hands to give up his life. So he's talking to Martha about he is the resurrection and the life. And if we believe in him, even though we may die, yet we shall live. It's all preparation for understanding his death and resurrection, because this is bringing about a completely new beginning in our relationship with God. But back to Lazarus. He's well and truly dead. Jesus commanded him to come back to life. That's a pretty impressive new beginning. But Lazarus came out of the tomb still wrapped in the grave clothes. They would have been pretty smelly, I imagine, because they have been around a rotting body. And Jesus says, now unwrap the clothes. These grave clothes represent Lazarus' old life, the life that had led him to death. At Jesus' command, he came to new life, and the remnants of the old had to be removed. But Lazarus couldn't do it for himself. He had to have others to help him. And again, this is a picture of the new life that Jesus' followers will have. He gives new life, but we need to get rid of the old one, the one that leads to death. However, we need each other. We need each other to help us get rid of those smelly, dirty clothes. God's put us in community where we can help each other by praying for each other, by learning together, by just simply physically helping each other, and encouragement. Trusting God in everything that we do together so that we're not bound by the things that held us in the past. You'd think that this amazing miracle would convince people when they saw Lazarus brought to life. And of course many did believe. But the Jewish leaders became determined to kill him. And the reason was that they're saying, look, everyone will follow this Jesus and this will lead to the Romans coming in and we'll lose our power, our position, and even what autonomy we have as a nation. New beginnings to them were a threat to their position, and so they determined to eliminate the threat. Do we let fear of losing face, fear of losing status or power stop us from seeking the new thing that God is doing?
God is able, he will never fail. He is Almighty God, greater than all we see, greater than all we are. He has done great things. Lift away.